found us some fresh meat. Ready?
Albion is always looking. Candidates see me first.
Put that thing away, seriously. Nothing going on here.
Well, Albion certainly made themselves at home.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatized goon squad, just take your business across the street.
I was never much of a fan of the Met, but I can't say I was itching to see them replaced with war criminals either.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spider-Bot will be further in.
I've had quite enough of this. Hey, you! Hold it! Give yourself up! Fucking hell! Ah! My time's over!
Moving in. Right there, run a search. This is a nightmare. My fucking...
They got away! Shit!
Well, is this it, our Spider-Bot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of spider-bot from the Tone bombing site.
Good. Be a dear and work out who last used it.
Navigate the spider-bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
On it.
That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This spider-bot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
Terminating the search.
What's wrong with Scotland Yard? Who decided they couldn't be trusted? Suddenly some corporation could clean up our streets better than the same police force we've had for who knows how long. When crime fighting is treated like a business, crime will never go away. That would be bad for business, right? So don't tell me Albion has our best interests at heart. So
If the police could handle their job, Albion wouldn't be necessary. But they can't. The tone box is a perfect example. Project lazy overpaid cops who say what they feel. Well, they're not really anymore, are they?
You're almost there. Make your way through this last vent path.
Got it.
Scanning Spiderbot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Fine.
The Spiderbot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
We're this far down the breadcrumb trail, we might as well keep following it.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
Auto drive now enabled.
Last year, this MP was exposed as corrupt and resigned from office. Fast forward a few months and he's back in politics, this time as a lobbyist, advancing the interests of Bloom, Tidus, and Albion. Find out more tonight at GBB.
Run up on O. Don't make me show you how bad a man move. I don't get around when I'm clapping up for you. You a get spun like crash by the cool. You must be crazy or a damn fool. That you can burst man shade like fruit. I want you in your eye like your mother shampoo. When you get bust out your grip when you're dry ankles. God, you don't wanna see me in the rinse. I'll stop the taste out of your mouth on road. You can bring it back a man, but they've been a jolly man. But they already getting you both. So I beg a man slow. Stick to your road. Just as us, man wanna try fold. You can be your eyes closed. Anytime bro. Wake up in the move with a tag on the toes. So run up on O. Which far? You stick it in your head, run up on O. Which far? Yo, we are now rain, run up on O. Which far? I hear that game, run up on O. Which far? Them and them, yes man say, run up on O. You can't run up on the anthem. 45 on the Duke and me have them. Remember me say bad man anthem. Me could do a white sheet for the back them. Me no pay boy to so me tag them. Hold them ya, have them. Newborn and break your problem. The thing get crazy and mad them. know them jelly for them. So I want you to them and in a belly for them. If you're not ready for the war, then go for them. Who boots you up, how you wanna supplicant? One corner, lock off your oxygen. Brawling bad man and an accident. And I see a dove cut and a accident. Which far? You're sticking on your head, run up, Which far? Yo, we are now red, run up, Which far? I eat that damn, run up, Which far? Them and them we are fun. Run up on me, blood, tell me what you were thinking. I don't know what type of rum you were drinking. More time on the block with the man them. Or we might link down on a quick thing. Come around here, you will end up a victim. Got trigger man with trigger man syndrome. In the end, don't lurk in a blinking. And you might get dipped on a quick thing, blood. Why you talking all of that crowd? Man chat shit there when I try spot. Chase man down, let me try man's lock. Run up on the we can chill talk. Look at man start talking, you too laugh. Everyone round here knows you're soft. So next time don't run it up with us. Step back before your nose gets smashed.
Track them down!
Run up, which far? You're sticking on your head, run up, which far? Yo, we are now red, run up, which far? I eat that damn, run up, which far? Them and them eat that damn, run up, which far? You're sticking on your head, run up, which far? Yo, we are now red, run up, which far? I eat that damn, run up, which far? Them and them we are man friend.
Bagley, find me an entrance.
You
I'm
have
detecting a
reached your
surveillance
destination.
network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside. The GPS history of the Spider-Bot we recovered regularly pings these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
Good place to hold the world's least pleasant dinner party.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
I wonder what this is. Incredible. There's some kind of secret police bunker down here, like a, what's the opposite of a serial killer's basement?
Well, if Albion was stopping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
But what were they working on that led them to the Tone bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved, and they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So, Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Oh, good. Albion is working with Clan Kelly. For a second there, I was worried they couldn't possibly get any worse.
It seems like Zero Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
But we can't very well allow people to be snatched off the streets. We have to do something.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
You look like someone who wants to make a difference.
You're a DedSec, aren't you? Maybe you can help me.
If I was, I certainly wouldn't say so. Now, what's the situation?
ICE's Kelly fuckwits. They demolished my car just because I didn't show them enough respect, they said.
How dreadful.
I know the two what did it, but the Met's useless when it comes to this sort of thing.
The police won't help you, darling. But we will. Rest assured, these gangsters will be put away.
Worth a go? Listen, help me with this, and I'll return a favour. I always do.
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
You look like someone who might want to fight for London.
Are you DedSec? Oh my days.
Let's just call me well-connected.
Fam, that is sick. Do you want to help me take on Clan Kelly?
Go on.
Cool. Alright, listen up, yeah? Gangsters been going around stealing from the mom and pop shops and the ends. I ain't down with that. It's all crypto, so I can hack the funds back, but only if I have the gangster's private key, get me?
Ah, and you need DedSec's help to find it.
Yeah, blood. You get me that shit, and I can take back everything those dickheads stole. Do me a solid,
and I'll repay you sometime.
All right. We'll see what we can do. EPC. Well, at the very least, we can assume he's still in the UK. Deportations are backlogged to all hell.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.
He's a charmer?
He's a shady character, that's for sure. His network activity shows he's been trying to hack the National Health Service.
God, after all it's been through, the last thing the NHS needs is some 2-byte hacker trying to sabotage it.
Do you really think I couldn't undo the damage done by some human hacker? Just connect me to one of the hospital servers he targeted, and I'll sort it.
On it.
On the bridge! Search for the intruder!
Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up to you. Man, know that I kick up to you. Them boy there trying to suck the truth. How dare you to suck the truth? Yeah.
Search the area. Someone's hacked this.
Took money in my shoebox. I'm the man of the house, and my show sold out like the brother from the boombox. Blue swan on my boombox. Still meat from the stew pot. Man, I'm go sick when my tune drops. Little man, that's a hooplo, not a hoopla. What? Pronounce it right, you
So, I've delved more into Caitlin Lau's investigation, and an enormous number of missing person cases centre around the EPC. The inspector was definitely onto something.
Let's get in touch with our contact. It won't end well for Angel if Albion finds out he's DedSec.
Bagley summons. I've already taken care of your entry. Get you in quick and quiet.
This is all off the books, I trust?
No worries, I'll spoof. Well, come meet me on the rooftop. The only place here that doesn't smell like piss. Got some info for you.
The European Processing Centre. It processes deportees by stacking them up in squalid conditions and forgetting about them. But hey, it's to protect London, right?
What exactly is going on here?
This place is worse than a prison camp. Every day I see people come through here, torn from their homes and their families. But I'd rather stay and keep an eye on things. Maybe help out once in a while. Like now.
God, this is bleak. You could vanish off the face of the earth in this place and no one would ever notice.
Yeah, well, people have been disappearing. Records say they have been processed, but it doesn't add up. No one ever properly leaves. And with the Kellys prowling around like fucking hyenas, I am not too optimistic about the people slipping through the cracks.
Mary Kelly pokes her misshapen head up once again. What isn't this woman involved with?
True. Now, about your missing guy. The best place to start would be the EPC database. They keep a record of everyone that comes in. And be careful.
Pushing the location of the EPC database on your optic.
Bagley. Tell me you found something.
I have. His file has been deleted from the main database, along with hundreds of others. Still very detailed. Even when committing crimes against humanity, the government doesn't skimp on paperwork. Here is a recording labelled Exit Interview.
You know what we do with terrorists, Lopez? Don't go pissing me off by denying anything. We know you're with DedSec. You think you were picked up on some random sweep? Not a fucking chance. Nothing to say. Well, this is not going to go well for you then, because I want information. The rest of your cell, where are they? I want names, places, everything you've got.
You think I'm daft? I spill everything I know and what? You let me go? I'm not talking. I know how this ends.
Oh, I don't think you do. I'm going to throw you to the wolves. The Kellys have an interesting way of disposing with problems.
You think I'm scared of some fucking thugs? Of winding up floating in the Thames? Fuck you.
You're too pretty for that, mate. First, they'll peddle you. For dosh, right? Then, when you're used up, they're going to chop you up and send the pieces to the four corners.
I can take whatever you've got.
I almost feel sorry for you. Get him to the bloody clinic, then.
Shit. They knew he was DedSec the whole time. This doesn't look good for Angel.
The clinic keeps government service hours, which means it's closed. We'll have to find Angel the old-fashioned way and hack their CTOS hub. Deportation limbo, horrible living conditions, unexplained disappearances. It's almost as if the media are deliberately ignoring the situation here in favour of... Oh, look here, Beatrice Stokely, 89, recently took up kickboxing to fill up her days. Fascinating. If the EPC is a typical example of how humans treat each other, I'd say a benevolent AI overlord is a step up, wouldn't you?
Next time I see you, it's a factory reset.
I have reconstructed an AR scene of Angel's examination. You can view it inside the clinic.
Well done.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Let's make a deal, yeah? I know people outside. Maybe I can help you out. Just let me out of here.
Procedures, Mr. Lopez. We'll have you out of here in a minute or two.
Fuck! What was that?
Looks like they implanted him with something. We need to get closer.
Facial analysis matches for both. They're part of Mary Kelly's little pack. So, Inspector Lau was right after all. Clank Kelly and Albion are in bed together. What a shit orgy that would be. Microchips, coated with biocompatible glass to prevent rejection.
And pharmaceutically jammed right into Angel's neck. Question is, why? GPS? RFID?
No, these are more sophisticated. If I had to guess, I would say they were designed to deliver a dose of some unknown compound. Not the kind of thing you find at your local corner shop. I could reconstruct the path he took if you want to see how this cliffhanger gets resolved.
Keep on him. He might have made it out.
Get it before he triggers!
Fuck! He's getting away! Get after him!
Shit, they're catching up on him. Come on, Angel.
He might just make it.
Fucked up. We don't have a match yet. She's gonna kill us.
No, it's fine. As long as he's not damaged, there'll be no waste. Demand's high with the new network.
Guess you're right. Let's tube him, get him in the van and out to the incinerator.
Huh. Okay, that chip was more than just a tracking device.
They triggered it remotely. At least for now, it looks like the Kellys want Angel alive.
We need to find him. See what they did to him. And what that fucking microchip is all about.
Seems like advanced technology for Mary Kelly and her band of thugs to be waving around. Could Mary be part of a scary dark web hacker group like, say, oh, I don't know, pick one, Zero Day?
Interesting theory, Bagley, but hold your investigation algorithms for the moment, will you? Angel needs us.
The incinerator they mentioned is probably the Southern incinerator. It's practically right round the corner.
I know, but why?
Why not? You! One mad fucking flying narcs! Well, that drone's on a blink! Who's driving that thing? Man, don't put my name in the bar. Random flag, get a plane to guitar. You see, I learned how to take care of business.
Auto drive now enabled.
You're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up to you. Man, know that I kick up to you. Then why dare try to suck the truth? How dare you to suck the truth? Look, you're getting way too big for your boots. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size toes on my feet. Your face ain't big for my boots. Kick up to you. Man, know that I kick up to you. Then why dare try to suck the truth? How dare you to suck the truth?
They're here! You've got to help me!
All our officers are busy at the moment. We'll have someone with you as soon as possible.
No, they're in the house!
The police, but there's never enough funding to go around. That's why we're here to offer an alternative.
Weapons or face lethal force.
Albion, we're ready to keep you safe.
Shut down. That's not me and it shut down. Ring. Went to the show, sitting in the front row in a black tracksuit and it's shut down. Touch the road and it's shut down. Boy, better know when it's shut down. Yeah, take time if a man want try me. No time. Usain Bolt when I run up on stage, I pick up the mic and it's reload time.
So this is where the Kellys brought Angel. Bit rustic, isn't it?
Now, keep your chin up. We'll find him. There's a camera network that might have caught where they took him.
Spread out. We'll find him. Get back!
Let's hurry and access that network, shall we?
Hell with this!
Man, just listen. What? What's going on, mate? Oh my god. Oh my god. Bloody hell, man. You won't believe what I've seen. Fuck. What? They're burning corpses. Human bodies. This place was supposed to be closed. Perfect spot for a zoo, man. Fuck. There's crates of innards here. What the bloody fuck? What the fuck did I take?
Just chill. You're paranoid.
Yo, one was looking over. Wait.
Where are you? Who's looking over?
The old incinerator, man. Oh, this is heavy.
Yo, mate. Hey. You there? I've gone over the captured footage. I was able to follow Mr. Lopez down to the cellar, but then I ran out of cameras. Not a problem you often have in London.
Then that's our move.
My oh my, deadbolt trumps technology. The door is sealed, but this rubbish chute might do. It either leads to the cellar or your grisly death. Or both, I suppose.
Grand.
All right, then. Come on out. I'm not gonna cut you. What are you waiting for? Well, get over here. Thanks for the distraction. Gave me the second I needed to take care of this filth.
Are you all right? That little dreamboat looked ready to turn you into fillet.
He was. I'm fine. I just need a second to catch my breath and find my files.
Hang on. You're Caitlin Lau. You're that police inspector. We saw your logs. Going after Mary Kelly on your own like that. Brave. I mean, but very stupid.
It wasn't always on my own. Who the hell are... You're dead sick, aren't you? You tracked me to the slaughterhouse.
Not you. A friend. He disappeared from the EPC and the trail led us here. To think this is where all those missing people ended up. It's chilling.
Then I'm sorry. I don't think there's much hope for finding him alive. The Kellys have got a sick little operation going. A kind of human organ black market. I've been investigating them for months. And they got my fucking files. God, I feel like shit.
Understandable. You need to rest. I'll have one of us come collect you. I'll go on and find Angel. And those files of yours too.
Everything I've gathered on Mary Kelly. Almost enough to take her down.
Well then, perhaps we should work together. Because Mary Kelly has officially made DedSec's shit list.
All right, an operative is on their way to escort Inspector Lau. So, let's find Angel and Inspector Lau's files.
I'll wait for your guy in here. And thanks for your help. I'm glad we're joining forces.
There's no doubt about it. This whole operation is meant to harvest organs. Clan Kelly's chopping off the parts they want and burning the leftovers.
Retrieval. That's one hell of a euphemism, Bags. God, I'm gonna be ill. The faces are too damaged. The poor bastards. Bagley, run a facial reconstruction. Let's see if we can ID them.
Take a picture and I can run key details past various databases. Negative.
This is evil. Just fucking evil. We need to take Mary Kelly down. Hard.
Again, not Angel. She thought it through. Those microchips are probably filled with some sort of toxin that induces paralysis and asphyxiation. Intubation would prolong life until surgeons get round to them.
Keeping the organs nice and fresh. Sickening.
Unfortunately, I must confirm that this is indeed Angel Lopez.
Shit. Angel. He knew the risks. I did too, but... never thought DedSec would get caught up in this. Mary Kelly is preying on London's most vulnerable. She's a fucking monster. Taking her out needs to be a DedSec priority.
Now we need to find Caitlin Lau's case files on Mary Kelly and see if my conjecture may be correct. Could Mary Kelly be in Zero Day?
You nasty-ass prick.
Well done, you got the files. The inspector will be impressed. Now get out of here before someone decides to turn you into minced meat. Chop chop.
Yeah, duh.
DedSec? Caitlin Lau here. I wanted to thank you. I'd be nothing but an anatomy lesson by now. Or a pilot.
Happy to know that Inspector Lau has been escorted to a nearby refuge and is getting her wounds treated.
I'll be fine. Still a little flighty from whatever they gave me. And frankly, a little stunned that we've joined forces.
DedSec, working with the police. Never thought that'd happen. Well, you're not really in the police anymore, but still. We're in. We won't let Mary Kelly put more people through this.
Exactly. You have an organization, I have information, and some backing from powerful people. Pool our resources, and we might just take her down. Mary Kelly's no petty criminal.
Bagley, get everyone in. We need to look through these files and figure out what the hell to do.
I'll sync with Inspector Lau and prepare a briefing. I've heard from Inspector Lau. We're ready for the briefing.
Kelly heads up the most powerful crime family in London, Clan Kelly, which should at least be easy to remember.
Under her old man, they were a bit player. Then he died, and her rivals started disappearing. Her enemies, her friends, her family. They call her Bloody Mary for a reason.
Early on, Mary abandoned cash in favor of cryptocurrency and brought the Kellys' criminal business online.
It makes weapons smuggling, drug running, money laundering all a lot easier without a cash trail. The woman single-handedly modernized organized crime in London. She considers herself to be untouchable. Case in point, from my files you retrieved. Darla Covington, 19. Sasha Haddad, 28. Radek Stopkovich, 24. All disappeared.
It's difficult to find good help these days, isn't it, love? Most people, they ain't driven. Not like you. Because they feel worthless, don't they? The way that the world is, how it uses people. It's horrible. It's nice that you have a purpose. Oh, that'll be me, love.
We aren't finished here.
This was a courtesy. Oh, give my regards to their families. It's horrible losing someone you love. Nice meeting you, Caitlin.
As you can see, she'll never respond to interrogation. But there is one place she feels comfortable talking. The Sandstone residence.
Inspector Lau thinks a police bug in the Kellys' headquarters may have the evidence she needs to finally convict Bloody Mary.
Sandstone is their center of operations. I know the data on that bug will take her down. Get it for me, and I swear I'll put her away forever.
Pushing the coordinates to your optics.
Sabine here, Inspector Lau. I'm curious how you think you can bring Mary Kelly to justice now, with no backing. Even before Albion took over policing, you couldn't lock her up. And she goes on treating humans like cattle.
I had to work within the system. Yes, it was corrupt. I knew it. I just didn't know how bad it was. I thought a strong enough case couldn't be buried.
Exactly. Your naivety got the better of you last time. How could we know it won't happen again?
Because I'm taking it to a contact in the Attorney General's office. An honest solicitor with a hard-on for organized crime, specifically for Mary Kelly. Look, our methods may differ, but I want to help those people as much as you do.
All right. But however this goes down, there's no way we're letting Mary slip the net again. That's not how DedSec does things. Let's get to Sandstone.
Got a potential recruit for you. I'll mark them on your map.
You look like someone who might want to fight for London.
Are you DedSec? Oh, thank God. I need your help.
Perhaps. What's the situation?
I won't dance around it. I'm wrapped up with some Clan Kelly smugglers, and I have no idea how to get out of it. It was small stuff at first, luxury goods from Europe. Who could object to some smuggled Roquefort? But things got out of hand, and fast. They've got a massive arms sale coming up, and I'm the only one who has to move the shipment.
Go on.
I want to leave all this ugliness behind me, but I don't know how I'd live with myself if I let them sell those guns. If those god-awful weapons hit the streets, people will get hurt. Please, stop them.
All right. We'll see what we can do.
Thanks. You do this, and I'll make it worth your while. That sounded bad, but you know what I mean.
Security here is state-of-the-art, quite impenetrable. Unless, of course, you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open.
The recording device is in her security room.
Getting there should be a simple matter of navigating the vents.
What the hell?
She's using these people as house servants, against their will.
Horrible in itself, but a million times worse knowing they end up as unwilling organ donors.
You have a real fucking attitude problem. Do you know that?
Please, I need help.
Fucking idiot. Do you piss everyone off the way you're pissing me off, you wanker? Stupid git.
That's it. Let's see what kind of recording we've got on her. Just look at this place. This is what comes of old crooked money. The Kelly family has been profiting from people's misery for a long time. She's got this shit all over the manor.
So you've been in there before? Is that how you ended up in the basement of the Southwark incinerator?
We needed something incriminating, so we decided someone had to get in here and plant a bug. I wasn't going to assign someone else to do that. You saw how Mary uses the people she grabs out of the EPC, and the staff's uniform's not hard to mimic, so I went in. What I didn't know was that she had intel on our investigation, my team. I thought going off book would stop the leaks, but she still knew we were coming. She tortured me for the names of my team, tried to break me, but cops don't give up cops. Turned out she already knew the whole unit and put hits out on them. The woman is a mind fucker.
You're fortunate she didn't put one of those microchips in you. I suppose she knew you'd rather die than serve her.
That's how I ended up on that butcher's table. So many reasons to want to rid the world of her, but it wouldn't be enough to just put one in her brain. My mates died trying to bring her to justice. I have to honor that.
what you've done to yourself after everything I've done for you. You made me a slave. All of us. Please, let me go. Take this thing out.
Back to your old life. Back to nothing. Back to you 2.5 screaming blighters in your dead-end job and sucking off the dole.
You don't want that, love. This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? And this kitchen knife, that won't do it, love. Cutting yourself affects my bottom line.
Look, I can't live like this anymore.
No. You're all right there. It's all right, sweetheart, because I have another use for you. Ooh, paying attention, are we? Good. Be sure and spread the word. You know where this one goes. Get these two and all the others over to their venue and ready for the sale.
Right away, Ma'am. Also, the foreign investors have already landed and the drones are programmed, ready to deliver the invitations and the coordinates to all the guests.
It's that initiative I'm smelling, Peter. Initiative can be a dangerous thing. Can be misinterpreted. Fuck's sake.
This is insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech? It takes a sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one. Perfect psych profile for a group like Zero Day, wouldn't you say?
Her affiliations aren't my priority, Bagley. She's keeping these people enslaved. And it sounds as if she's selling them. This is huge.
So that's what the microchip is for. Compliance. The second you step out of line, she can slaughter you and sell you for parts.
DedSec, we'll have to crash that slave auction. Get all the information we can out of there. The location will be on the invitations. She hasn't sent out the invitation yet, but when she does...
Bagley, monitor the drone networks. Give us a heads up when Mary sends out her fleet. Until then, I reckon we're in a holding pattern.
I'll get in touch if I hear about anything else that might interest you. Cheers, DedSec.
Since we're waiting for our cordial invitation to Mary Kelly's tasteless theme party, we can finally get back to what really matters, solving the mystery of Zero Day. Who are they, and why did they frame DedSec for the bombings?
Bagley, what do we have?
Glad you asked. Today, the great AI detective has 2 leads for his dog's body politic. Obviously, Albion needs looking into, but I also have a more unusual thread for you to pull on. There's a new hacktivist group on the dark web scene called the 404. But instead of being in it for the lulz, this lot seems to be in it for the brutal reshaping of society by any means necessary. Sound like anyone you know?
It seems I have options.
I've marked both on your optic. There's a potential recruit you may want to check out. Pushing your location.